Welcome. Today it's Solopreneur Success Strategies at http://jgtips.com/programs. You can start off over on my site to find Solopreneur Success Strategies. And today it's Mindset Monday. Welcome. Hi. Today is Monday, the start of another week, and we're going to be talking about the mindset of the entrepreneur. Today, it's all about being an action taker and what that involves. There'll be, I think, probably 3 episodes on action taking because there's an issue with action taking for entrepreneurs. So let's talk about it in a minute. Just to introduce myself again, I'm Jane Gardner, and I work with my husband for 20 years in our own home-based engineering office over in Western Canada. And I went out 3 years ago to go onto the internet to help others to start their own home business, whether it's online or offline. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to be an online educator. So welcome. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Besides Mindset Monday, I am Solopreneur Success Strategies. I have Get Your Message Out Tuesday, World Domination Wednesday, which is about customers. Thursday, it's about skills and knowledges of being an entrepreneur on Jill or Jack of all trades Thursday. Friday is Freebie Friday, about free software you can use in your business. Saturday is Systems Saturday, about all the systems you can put in your business to free up your time. And Sunday is all about strategy, your business strategy. So hopefully you will watch some of the other episodes. They're all at jgtips.com/YouTube on my YouTube channel, Solopreneur Strategies, Success Strategies, if you're looking for any of the older episodes. So let's have a look at today's training. We have already had a couple of trainings on, I think it was about 3 on positive attitude. And then we had one on passion, having the passion to be an entrepreneur, which requires, it requires passion, but obviously you need to be able to enjoy the work that you're doing in order to survive the stress and challenges of being an entrepreneur. And today we're going to be talking about action taking. You have to be able to be an action taker. And this is one of the most critical traits of the mindset of the entrepreneur. And sometimes people get stuck. So we're going to talk about this one for about 3 episodes. Today we're just going to define what we consider to be action taker and what the problem is. Now, I guess I should go over the other traits as well of the mindset of the entrepreneur. So there's positive attitude, passion, being an action taker, being willing to embrace change, having determination and persistence, be willing to take failure as feedback rather than as failure, having a big why, knowing the big picture of why you're being an entrepreneur, having the patience to be an entrepreneur, but of course also being action taker, and be willing to learn and be willing to listen and share with others. So let's get on with action taker. Let's take action. So success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. It's a quote by Winston Churchill. And certainly you always have to be prepared for failure when you're an entrepreneur and be willing to get over it as it being a failure, because we'll be discussing that quite a bit. We have lots of action takers who are entrepreneurs who have gone on to great things, who have had many failures in their life before they had successes, but they kept on going. Steve Jobs, of course, we all know as someone who was innovative and actually got kicked out of his company that he started at one point because the people didn't agree with what he was saying, but he came back again because they certainly knew he was right in his thinking. So he never felt that failure would be something that would stop him. Thomas Edison had 100 failures before he figured out how to design a proper light bulb, but he kept on going. Well, Disney failed in many things before he got into his business. Bill Gates had a failure in a business before he went into computers. Jay-Z has had many business failures and still keeps, in fact, he couldn't get any of his records done. That was a long time ago, and they had records by a record company, so he started his own record company. So there you go. You don't have failure stop you just because people say no. J.K. Rowling, she was a mother, as we all know, the famous story, working on a novel that she had in her head from the 1990s, and she kept on going with it. Stephen King was a writer who wrote many small stories before he ever became successful, and the experience of writing the small stories, etc., for magazines and things was what kept him going. And Colonel Sanders even had failures before he got his chicken. So there's always failure when you're an entrepreneur, and you have to be willing to accept it as a learning experience and move on. So you don't let the fear of failure stop you from taking action. You're always going to fail, whether you like it or not, in one way or another, so you just have to keep going. As I like to say, imperfect action is better than no action. So, for example, on this slide here, I would probably have moved that and centered that quote in much better way, but I had to get this done today, so I just kept going. So excuse my imperfections, but I'm still taking action. So my story is I was a procrastinating perfectionist. I kept perfecting the plan without taking the action of selling. For the last couple of years, I know quite a bit about a lot of things, especially on the internet, marketing aside, because I kept learning I wasn't an earner. So I want to have you pledge today that you will take action every day to move forward in your business, because that's my pledge as well, and has been for the last about 6 months, to try to get closer to the actions that will make my business more successful and have more revenue, for example. So that's my pledge. Take action every day to move forward in your business, because you won't move forward if you don't take action. It's as simple as that. So in order to have an action, first off, you have to, of course, have to have a vision for what your business is as an entrepreneur, and you have to have goals. You have to have long-term goals as well as short-term goals. What are they? Do you have a vision for your business? Do you see in the future, 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 5 years from now, what your business will be? And are you willing to be kind to yourself when maybe 6 months from now you haven't got as many of your goals done that you thought you would? Because as humans, we tend to be very optimistic in terms of our goals. And I don't think anyone can actually calculate the time to take to get to a goal. So you just have to be kind to yourself and say, I took these many steps towards my goals. So there's a little lesson for you. Without goals, how can you even know what is your direction? So you can say, I want to be an internet marketing business entrepreneur, but what exactly does that mean? What does that mean in terms of your business? What are you actually going to do tomorrow to move forward to get towards that business goal, or even 3 months from now? You really need to have to define your goals very short-term, long-term, as well as make them very small goals, very defined goals, in order to be able to know if you're moving in the right direction. And with all that, of course, you need these goals in order to create the action. So I want you to say to yourself that I have the power to create the life I want, and my efforts each day help me reach my goals. I pledge to act every day to move forward in my business. So I hope you will consider that as a pledge, and be kind to yourself if you don't do as many of your steps that you want each day, but at least you're in action and moving forward. You're not in inertia and stopped and stuck. So an entrepreneur is always looking forward in their business. They're always taking action. Even if it's small steps, they still take action. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about action next week and the week after, because we want to be able to train ourselves to not become procrastinators. As I mentioned, I was a perfectionist procrastinator, so I want you to be able to get the skills to keep taking action in your business as well. So we'll probably do another couple of lessons on action taking before we go on to the next mindset trend of the entrepreneur. If you want more on mindset, you can visit http://jgtips.com/mindset. That's where I have the current show of Mindset Monday, as well as some things that you can opt in for if you wish. For example, we have a free copy of the Mindset Entrepreneur Life magazine, the first issue, at jgtips.com/mindset offer in order for you. Then you can subscribe and have various tips and tricks every week on how to create yourself the mindset of the entrepreneur. And then I have this offer at jgtips.com/mindset train, MINDSETTRAIN. And that includes the Mindset Entrepreneur Life magazine, which comes every week. And it comes with action steps to improve or train your brain to maximize your mindset skills. And there'll either be a 5-minute audio or a 5-minute video on mindset. And of course, they'll include the action step worksheet as well in the email. So that would come every week. The subscription is $7 a month, and it's a weekly magazine to help you retrain your mindset. So it's a no-brainer mindset trainer offer at jgtips.com/mindset train. So I hope you'll consider taking that on, because being aware of the issues there are being an entrepreneur, the stresses and the challenges of being an entrepreneur, it's always good to be able to have the mindset that's of an entrepreneur, the positive traits rather than the negative traits in order to succeed in your business. It's the foundation for being a successful entrepreneur, is being able to think in a positive attitude. And I think we spoke about that for 3 sessions at the beginning. So I want to say good luck for the week. I hope you take action every day towards your business. And I want to make sure that you're successful in your business. So I'll have another one on action taking and how to take over, how to prevent procrastination in your business, because that's one of the things that really can kill a business is procrastination. Oops, I shouldn't have used a negative word like kill, but that will slow down your action. So imperfect action is better than no action. This is Jane Gardner of Mindset Monday, Solopreneur Success Strategies, and I hope to see you next week.